Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. It's been a few days since we've been on this channel, so it's good to see everybody over here. Let me change my forgot to change my logo up at the top. Not like it's a huge deal, but you never know. And what else did I want to switch up? The background. Since I'm not on camera, I try to put this background on for you guys. But how's everybody doing today? It is Tuesday the 19th already of November. I cannot believe it. Thanksgiving is going to be here before we know it, guys. It's going to be here before we know it. And Ashley became a new member. Thanks for becoming a member on this channel as well. That's very sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Hey, Manic Mama. True Crime Lullabies is in here. We got Catherine, Mary Beth, Teresa. Welcome in. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Pancakes. Hey, Isabel. Brother-in-law's dad. Oh, I'm so sorry. I love you, Isabel, and I hope everything. Oh man, be with family for sure. Man, right around the holidays too. It's always. It seems like it always happens around the holidays. Something like that. But hopefully, nobody else has any hiccups along their way on their way to the Christmas, because I swear around this time of the year, everything that could go wrong goes wrong. Hey, Private, welcome in. Hey, Patricia. So hopefully that's the only hiccup you have and everything else is okay. And I love you, Isabel. But anyway, so I hope everybody is having a pretty good day today. We are that much closer to Christmas. Is there anybody going Black Friday shopping? I have not. I've never been Black Friday shopping before. So I'm looking forward to it. I think I might have to try it out this year. If I can get Vincent to go with me, I'll go. I've always worked Black Friday. I've never actually ever been a shopper for Black Friday. And working Black Friday, bless your souls if you do. Bless your souls if you do. So, as you guys may know, our girl Betty, the old Betster, she does have court tomorrow. Teresa, did I say hi to you? I just saw your name on there. I don't know if I did. Hey Reba. Um, but she does have court tomorrow, and she has there's so many entries. It looks, I mean, it looks a lot like a lot because it is a lot. But let me pull up her little court document here. So she has 9 entries showing. She has 1, 2, 3, 4 on appeal that she's appealed. And then how many open? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open. So tomorrow she will be going in for this hearing here. One of them is a motions hearing at 9 a.m. and then criminal hearing at 9 a.m. If I was her, I'd be feeling a little nervous. I don't know about y'all, but I would be feeling very, very, very nervous if I was her. She is out on $20,000 bond. We'll see if she can pay back the 10% of that. But she did show up for her court. So, I mean, I guess that's a good thing. Well, she showed up for the last court hearing, not the first court hearing. So, like I said, she's going to be in there for a motions hearing and then a criminal hearing tomorrow for the, because she broke the, I'm trying to think of what their protection orders. Sorry about that. I couldn't think of it. The additional parties that they had listed here, they have 2 detectives or officers. Well, they have 1 officer, it looks like, and then a detective, but it looks like that's the same name. Never mind. Same name. So, and then they just have, the victims. And it looks like just Katie, Terry, and Kathy Bowersock will be addressed tomorrow because they're the ones that the contacts were broken on. But yeah, her charges are violation of a restraining protection order, and she has 6 of those. It's a lot, That's a lot. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Hey, up to good. Hey, Ghoulie. That's a cute name. Okay, so so I know for a fact whenever we started first going over this case, Betty has been up and down about this flashlight video. I was trying to find more clips of her and I could not find. I don't know if she's hidden videos or if she's just like because she's not really supposed to hide videos right now because she's in litigation. So maybe she's just renaming them to where, they're harder to find. But we're going to go over her last video and we're going to see like how she's feeling. She looks like I was listening to it earlier and she looks a little rough. I can tell she's, has the pretty filter on though. She didn't make herself look pretty today. It says, please do not disturb. Well, honey, you're about to be disturbed. So, and thanks again for being here, guys. I appreciate it. If you guys don't mind taking a second, hit the like button. It will help the channel out so much. If you haven't subscribed, we're like 9 away from our next number. What would our next number be? I should know. We will be at 9,300 or not. I'm sorry, not 9,300. I wish 2,300. I don't know where I was thinking. Where the hell did I get 9,300? 2,300 subscribers over here. 9,300 would be nice, but 2,300 is perfectly fine with me. That's perfectly fine. If I had actually 93, that'd be a little bit more pressure, huh? A little more pressure. So if you guys have any questions, just go ahead, throw them in the chat. If you have any questions over the other channel as well, you can throw those in the chat and we can, answer them over here. If you're not aware of my first channel, it's the first channel that I've had on the platform. It is called Titanium Built. I will put the link for the channel in the chat throughout the live. It's true crime. We just talk about different true crime cases over there. So if you are new to this channel and that's something that you're into and you want to go over there and subscribe, we'd love to have you. And we'd also love to have you over here. So her doggy looks like he's getting big though. So Frizzle he's not going to be her attorney anymore, but she has a motions hearing. So that's what that could be. But then she has a criminal hearing. And I think that's going to be on the 6 charges of her violating the probation order. So, I wonder if she will. Hey, Sherry, I wonder if, I wonder if she'll get any jail time for this. Is what they won't cart her off to jail tomorrow. I mean, I don't see that happening, not in a million gazillion years, but I do see maybe the judge saying like, hey, you have to spend 10 days in jail and you have until this date to do it. You could do weekends. Maybe he'd even offer her that. But I do think that she needs some sort of actual jail time or it's not going to stop. I mean, she's not going to stop. And this isn't the first or second or third or fourth case that she's done this. This is every single case that she's covered ever since she's been on this platform. She's not even making just trouble for the family. She's making trouble for other creators as well, just, like telling people where they can go and where they can chat and things of that nature, looking down on people, yelling at people in her chat when they ask a question that doesn't align with what she, 1000% agrees with, those kind of things. So,
which I am. So she's just
manic mama. I'll talk to anybody at the store. I'll be talking all the time.
Doesn't know what to do. She knows something's happening. She just doesn't know what. She knows something's happening. She just doesn't know what. So she's getting very clingy as she sits there and watches me play with my jackets, get my suitcase packed and everything like that. Hey, Yada, it's nice to see you, my love.
Wonder if that dog, because it's a puppy, and puppies, they bite and they scratch. Wonder if she's gotten any scratch or bite marks on her arms from that puppy. I'd like to see that.
I hope you're doing well. Sorry, she's covering my mouth now. She's very clingy McGee. She's like she looks like Justin's little monkey.
Well, you mean Betty don't have to stop? No, according to a judge, she does.
She's calling I'm just joking. She's cuter. I'm just joking, Justin. I'm just joking. She's not cuter. You got a smaller baby than me, but.
So remember when they were just fighting? What was that? When was Betty in jail? A couple months ago? I love YouTube.
This is my cutie pie. But she's getting awfully clingy because she's starting to see things going on in the house. And she doesn't like it. She doesn't like it. The little baby doesn't like me getting riled up and all dressed up, huh? All right, guys. Well, it's nice to see everybody. As many of you guys know, I see people in the chat. Be Betty, all my mod squad. Thank you for being here. Everybody out.
I think she edited this because there's no live chat replay.
Out there in the ether. Thank you for being here. So let me do one thing before we get started. I got to put my do not disturb on. All right, we're back. The do not disturb's on. Okay, so sorry, she when she gets clingy, she likes to bite me and play with me really rough because she doesn't want me leaving. She's starting to get worried. She's starting to get whiny. She's starting to get clingy. I don't know what else to say for it. This is how she gets.
That's a puppy.
So one of the
I have a dog that's 6 years old. You don't know clingy. The dog sleeps on top of me every night. Every night. On my head. She has to be in the pillows. It's her thing. You've seen her. 80 pounds. Sometimes they're just clingy.
The reasons. Oh, thank you, Gypsy. It's nice to see you, my love. Get with Karen. Anyways, we're here because of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. He's a 15-year-old boy that disappeared from inside his locked home in Hendersonville, Tennessee. He has not been seen or heard from since. And there's been a lot of dispute almost just on every factor related to this case. Any semi-important detail is questionable, down to a phone call, down to whether dogs found a scent or had a hit, it's just a lot. It's like
dog went to Tennessee for his son's, I thought it was his daughter's, but it was his son's wedding. Okay, he was there for a wedding. He wasn't there to look for Sebastian like he said. He wasn't going in roundhouse kicking people in the face, kicking ass, taking names later. He went there for a wedding, y'all. He had to be there for a wedding. So this is the stuff. You got to look out for. Now, all these people online, and I bet you Miss Robin thought the same thing. She thought, well, dog was in Tennessee. He's there to look. No, dog was in Tennessee just like Betty when she goes to Tennessee and forgets her snake boots. They're not there to search for Sebastian. They're there to do prior obligations.
It's like every time we turn around and we go back to the beginning, we hear things that we didn't normally hear before. If you guys are just coming in, we got 432 people in the chat. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And so one of those details that has been widely discussed on these streets is this light video. What is this lights video? So Nick Barris, which is a local news anchor, news reporter, whatever you want to call him, had gotten a hold of some a video from the community. And one of the people, I don't know how he acquired it. It seemed like it wasn't intended to be broadcasted, but it was. And according to the rumors that I heard, they didn't even know he was recording this stuff from.
Sounds like you with your spy pen and going into what was it, a funeral or something with a spy pen? Wow, yeah. Or maybe when you went into Ashley Furniture and got that person fired, you were recording that
from their video. It kind of seems like they invited him in and they showed him what.
Oh yeah, speaking of dogs, sorry to interrupt her again, but not really. How much money did dog make from his dinner? That's what I want to know, because he's gonna take a proceed of his money from his dinner that he was supposed to have. That was what, $170 or something to have dinner with dog. So where's the money at, dog? And how many people showed up? And where's the pictures? Why is there no pictures? I think if people showed up, there'd be pictures.
What they had, and they just didn't realize he was recording, so to speak. So I don't know how he acquired it. All I know is it is a legitimate video. It was acquired in a legitimate way. And then all of a sudden, Nick Barris's tune changed. Now, it was law enforcement met with.
I think his tune changed because at first he put it out as a lights video. And he's like, look at these lights. Oh my gosh, these lights. These could be like flashlights, blah, 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 blah. Then the cops come out and they're like, Nick Barris, no, it's a trash truck. So it made him look not credible as a news person. You know what I mean? I think in his mind, he took a little bit of a gut punch there. That's what I think it was.
With the mom and the bio dad, Seth Rogers, at law enforcement. And it was right around this time frame where the proof of life video kind of surfaced. None of us has seen it except Seth. And it sounds like they either showed Seth a portion of the video or they told Seth that it was garbage truck lights. I don't know how the rumor about it being garbage truck lights surfaced. And when Miss Bobby talked to law,
the investigators said that it's a trash truck.
Enforcement, they again reiterated that it was garbage truck lights. And Miss Bobby also clearly had indicated that there were two totally separate circumstances. You had this lights situation that happened where what they saw is a car pulled up, it parked for 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay, so where were the lights for the car that pulled up for 3 to 5 minutes?
Lights from the backside of their house approached the vehicle. The vehicle backed up and left, and another one started heading back toward the home. Then about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours later, you see the garbage truck come through the neighborhood. This is according to Miss Bobby.
Yeah, let's say, where's that video? Yeah, no. Why doesn't Miss Bobby, all of a sudden Bobby's credible? She was just bitching about Bobby when that video came out about Bobby. Nothing she said was truth because JLR got that interview. Now all of a sudden we're listening to Miss Bobby. It's Miss Bobby. It's Miss Bobby now. And where's this video? Like, why can't she, if she lives on the other end of the freaking, she's not even a neighbor. She lives on another street all the way at the other end at the cul-de-sac, at the furthest spot from their house. You can't get any further unless you're in the woods. Why couldn't she have went out and taken a video of when the trash truck actually comes? Right there. That would be a good video. That would be a video I would like to watch. I'd sit there and watch that for a few hours even if she started it at midnight. You know what I mean? We'd all look at it. We'd all look through it. Where's the video, Miss Bobby? And actually, Betty, you'll be there tomorrow in Tennessee. Why don't you take a video? Won't you stay? And you're not allowed around them, so never mind. Don't do that.
And shortly after this garbage truck, you see the mom's vehicle leave the driveway and exit the community.
No, you don't. You absolutely do not. Bobby never said that. Bobby never said that you see Katie Proudfoot leave the community after. No, absolutely not.
Then you see the mother coming back in.
Oh my gosh.
And then the school bus, then the Calvary, then the school bus. I don't know how it went. But all of these things were separate situations. But what we're talking about is the lights that Nick Barris had seen. And those were estimated about 3:30 to 4 a.m. in the morning. And law enforcement, although they're not
estimated, look how they're doing that because they're investigators, they got to estimate.
Not going public and saying that these are garbage truck lights. They've let the rumor be passed around that they're garbage truck lights. and have told their people to, if people call and ask, their garbage trucks, but they're not willing to put that in the newspaper or show the video, show where the garbage truck is. So
they're investigating a missing child. They should not have to stop what they're doing to give us anything. I hate that. That's what I hate about, I will say this. I love me a press conference. I do. But I feel bad for the officers that go out and give these press conferences because they literally are thinking about it. They might be on a lead. They might be really into their work. Like me, I'm ADHD. If I get into something, I'm into something. And then all of a sudden they got to get up because it's 2:00 and they owe they owe Miss Bullhorn Betty a freaking update. I would hate that.
I truly believe that this is interesting evidence that will be used at some point in this investigation or in this case in the future. But just to defuse all of the information related to whether or not this garbage truck existed at that time frame, and many of us know that the answer is no. It's not that we had to pick up the phone and call and stuff. Just logically, it's a no. Most people aren't there at 3:00 in the morning, or if they are, they're not allowed to go out. They're checking their truck, they're cleaning their truck, they're emptying their truck. Maybe something like that. That might be a plausible explanation. But typically, these guys are not in their truck at 3:30 in the morning. And if they are in their truck at 3:30 in the morning, they're probably commuting from a really far place away to be at their location at the time that they're supposed to be there. So this has been a contentious and a hold up point for a lot of people as to whether these lights at 3:30 to 4 a.m. could possibly be a garbage truck. I personally believe Miss Bobby. I don't see where that woman has any reason to deceive the public about whether or not that was garbage truck lights in that video. I'm also
this woman was all over Bobby when she came out.
Trusting my own common sense and my own knowledge of videotaping, because that's what I do with a lot of my time out in the field is record. So I'm very fluent with shadowing, shades, lights, angles and things of that nature, just in the business that I conduct. So I know, and not only that, I was out there, back in June, I got that very video from my own camera. I put it up on a 9-foot
stalker.
Phone. I have a phone tripod, kind of, sort of. It's like basically a long stick with a little tripod on it, on the bottom this big. And I'm like, why did they make the bottom a little bit more sturdy? But it goes all the way up to 9 feet. So I stayed on the public property, the road, and I put my phone up there and recorded what I could record, what I could see. And I lined it up with the angle as well as the height of the camera on the house to see where these lights came from. And it's very clear where the lights came from.
Did she try to say she was in her car when she did all this? No, she liar.
And it came from the common areas, coming from back sides of homes. There is no possibility of that being a reflection of some sort, because you would have seen if it was a dump truck going in, or excuse me, not a dump truck, a garbage truck going in, and it was somehow some type of reflection or light. Where are the headlights and the brake lights of this alleged garbage truck? You never see headlights or brake lights of this garbage truck anywhere in that video to even produce a glare. But you do see a vehicle that's there that ends up turning on their lights. Whose vehicle is that? I have no earthly idea. But then as I'm doing some research this evening, I've had quite a busy day today. And so I was doing a little bit of research, and I came across somebody that went a step further to corroborate or find out whether or not this is the garbage trucks could be a possibility. And so I wanted everybody, thank you. Who is that? Oh, Brittany J, it's nice to see you. Hey, love, keep up the amazing work. You too, my love. You too. Oh, people are up in here. War Damn Eagles up in here. Oh, hey, everybody. It's nice.
So we're just going to pause Betty here for just a sec. And we're going to go over here. We're going to listen to Pascal talk to Seth for a minute. And this is from March 29th. And this is going to be from Hindsight 2002. I don't know if that's how you say it or not. From her or his, I'm going to say it's a her, TikTok, and I'll throw their link in the chat. But I found this earlier and I thought it was pretty interesting. So we'll listen to what Seth has to say about the trash truck. Oh, hold on 1 second. I don't know why it does that. It like takes my audio off. Okay. Let me stop sharing and reshare. It's like whenever I go to share, it's weird. You didn't miss much, though.
The nighttime stuff, the flashlight, the stuff that looked like fireflies, for crying out loud, in the black abyss. Was that the full picture, or was that a cropped video?
That was like a 3x5 of a full TV screen.
Really?
Yes.
So okay, so it was a cropped segment, or a cropped section of a very big picture.
I've seen some people actually sit there and talk about, well, the trash don't run at 3:15 in the morning. You're right. It runs between 5 and 5:30 in the morning.
Right. Listen here.
The whole time that I watched this, the time on the DVR that they had stayed 3:11 for like 15 minutes.
Okay. So
broke equipment.
So it was broken. Okay. So it stayed at 3:11 for the whole time. So 3 o'clock was not the time that these trash guys came in. These garbage men came in and picked up the trash. That was a little bit later on, a little bit earlier in the morning, if that makes any sense. More like 5 or so, right?
Correct.
And of course, again, this was a cropped video from a very, very big video.
Yes.
Okay.
I honestly think somebody did it for clickbait. I mean,
I see.
Nick Bears is who he's referring to, which I don't know why Nick Bears would do that, but
okay. So then, okay.
He wanted people to log in to follow, and if he's watching this now, he knows why I'm not answering his phone calls.
Oh, I see. No, I get that. But okay, then tell me this.
It is false information and something that's going on trying to find my son.
I can understand getting upset about that, for sure. I definitely can. But there is actual movement in that area. If he didn't know, I could see that. But, I could see a little mistake happening there. But as far as the rest of the image, right? Because it was only cropped with a bunch of, with those 2 white dots floating around for 2 seconds, right? What does the rest of the picture that you saw look like? Is it just pitch black, or was there movement elsewhere?
It's dark because it's at night, but you can make out the road. So it's like whoever shared it with Nick and Nick put it out, you could see the whole road. There was nothing there. There was no cars on that road. There was no movement on the road except for the trash truck.
Oh,
that was it.
What did he say? Okay. So now let's go back to Betty. We got to get this team in order, guys. We got to get this team in order.
Nice to see you. So then, I come across this, and this young lady is doing some fact finding, and I thought I would share it with each and every one of you. Hey, Guidance, it's nice to see you. It's me,
gosh.
Jen. Lisa be always, grace upon grace. Hey, everybody. It's nice to have you. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. We have over 750 people and only 179 likes. Wah, 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 wah. Guys, it's bored Betty time. Get those likes up. Good gracious, you stingy people.
You could like this video and do that to piss Betty off.
It's free to give a thumbs up, okay? Quit being so stingy with them. So anyways, I thought this was very important. This caught my attention. And this is just another check mark in the box of there's no way in the world that this is.
Betty got reached out to Seth because I'm pretty sure she reached out to Chris and Seth, and Chris said hell to the no. And so then she went with Seth and hated Chris and Katie ever since.
Is a stinking garbage truck. Let's listen to what this young girl found.
Before I do that, I want to say that I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, and I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I'm not calling anybody a liar. I'm not calling anybody a liar.
Also,
I'm keeping all my
this
own thoughts to myself. I just want to leave this here for everybody else to form your own thoughts and opinions. So back in March, my friend Seth called the Hendersonville.
This is not the Seth. This is not our Seth.
People and spoke to them about sound ordinance, and that included garbage trucks are not allowed to be out at 3 a.m. even if it would be a special pickup request. So I've just Googled this for the point of this video, but we didn't record the phone call, but you can call them and talk to them yourself. And I'm only posting this related to the flashlight video where it was said that it is possibly a garbage truck. I'm not saying it is a flashlight, and I'm not saying it's a garbage truck. I'm not saying either of those things. I'm just saying if it is neither of those because of this, then they were possibly headlights, which would equal another vehicle on the road. I just want to leave this here for everybody. Form your own opinion.
Seth is saying no vehicles were on the road and that the trash truck was on the road. Betty's saying vehicles on the road, no trash truck. They're saying the opposite.
So there's a noise ordinance as well that would prevent.
Oh, Brooks. Oh, you're watching. You're watching it. You're watching it, man. We got them flip flopping, flippity flop.
There it is. That would prevent a garbage truck going in there at that time of morning. So the idea that this was a garbage truck, there's no way.
You guys need to have another steak dinner.
0% chances that this is a garbage truck.
Okay.
There's no cars on that road. There was no movement on the road except for the trash truck. That was it.
Oh my God, I hate overlays. If there's one thing that I could live without, well, there's a couple things, two things I could live without. Overlays and the saying it is what it is. Those two things I could live without. Oh, remove the overlay. How about that? What? Oh, wait, hold on. Shoot. I thought I had it back on there for you guys. Shoot. Hold on.
Law
Sorry
enforcement
about
pieces
that.
of puzzle because they need actual concrete evidence, not just circumstantial evidence. Yes, they know there was light sources going on.
I'm going to go back a little bit. I thought I had this back on for you guys. I'm sorry.
There we go.
Damn you,
And
StreamYard.
here is the image of the vehicle that was seen.
So look at
there
this.
are the front headlights.
I can't tell this.
This is the back right here. You see the light, the brake light. So this is the back. This is the front. There is the vehicle. There's the infamous unknown vehicle that evening that Miss Bobby said that this vehicle pulled up on Stafford. It sat there for 2 to 5 minutes. The lights come to the car backs up and exits the community. One of those lights go back toward the house. That's what we know. Who were those people? We don't know. I have my suspicions.
Well, just saying that you have your suspicions, but what about your friend Seth over here saying your good buddy, steak partner, that he's saying it's not any of those things, that there was no suspicious cars. There was no cars on the road.
Saying, but in the grand scheme,
you think that they would talk this stuff out, right? Don't they have like meetings? I mean, even like if you think about the Jillian Kelly and Veronica Butler case, the God's Misfits, right? I mean, they had a weekly meeting. Don't these guys have like a weekly meeting to get their story straight? Like, because you guys are all over the place.
Scheme of things, we don't see people's photos. We don't see people's faces. All we see is little blobs. And we got to put the pieces of the puzzle together. But, you know, our pieces of the puzzle are much different than, say, law enforcement's pieces of puzzle because they need actual concrete evidence, not just circumstantial evidence. Yes, they know there was light sources going on the outside of the house, but they have to have some circumstantial evidence to identify who they were. And in all fairness, even though that little tiny blob looks like it's going to the backside of this child's home, unless we see this blob go inside the child's home, it is something that can be used later down the road, but it's not anything that can be wholly and stand on itself incriminating. I have a belief of whose vehicle I believe this is, and it's because
we already know
this
the Bauer
right back
socks.
here. You can
The Bauer socks. That's what
it,
she's going to say.
but it's this right back here that makes me feel like I've got it. See how lower the lights are and how higher these are?
No.
This is leaving me to believe that this may be a full-size SUV. For obvious reasons, I have a feeling of whose it might be. Just my opinion, and it's my opinion based on several different factors in this photo that I've gone over multiple times on other lives. Please check it out. I have an entire playlist dedicated to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, and I go on live or prepare a video every single day or multiple times a day for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. This helps keep his name out there. It helps keep him in the algorithm.
It helps my pockets. It helps my pockets.
But I find interesting information all the time that we didn't know before. We have our suspicions, but then there
is no information you haven't known before because there is no damn information. All this stuff that's been out is bullshit. It's all bullcrap, right? None of it has got anything to do with Sebastian Rogers, right? Even you guys making his name longer is complicating things. We need to be calling him Sebastian Rogers, age 15, missing from Hendersonville. That's all we got. That's all we got. We don't have, there is a suspicious car, there is a layover, let's do this, let's do that, because I'm pretty sure that if all that needed to be done, Ellie would have done it already and they would have who they need in custody.
Times when things, you know, just kind of fall into place just a little bit more, or there's somebody on the fence that doesn't know, oh, thank you, Patty, God bless you for that, that's on the fence that doesn't know, you know, what might be true and what might not be true. I personally never believed that those were garbage trucks lights. And to know that Miss Bobby not only saw the video, but also argued with law enforcement. And when they knew that she knew that they were not garbage trucks, they stopped all communication with her. You know, they didn't want to talk about it any further. This is what they were told they're required to say. They say it. People don't believe it because people in that community have been talking. And whether they like it or not, and their community likes it or not, they've been having these conversations, you know, over the phone or at their houses and stuff like that, away from the public and away from the ears of the mom and stepfather. But it does sound like they were doing their own kind of investigation within their community amongst themselves, the way.
What, gossiping, you mean? Like the neighbors were just all gossiping? Okay, yeah.
You know, if you listen to how Miss Bobby was talking, it sounds like there were quite a few neighbors that were communicating with one another, sharing that information back and forth. And they were adamant that this was not a garbage truck. But there are still people online, despite all of the information to prove that this is not a garbage truck, are still.
With all due respect to Miss Bobby, she lives way too far away to know what anything's going on. She would not know.
Passing around the misinformation that it is a garbage truck. And so this solidifies just one more time and one additional, corroborating fact that this was not a garbage truck. So what was it? If it's not a garbage truck, do we still believe that these are lights? I certainly do. For me personally, after Miss Bobby's interview and after me locating the vehicle, I knew that what Miss Bobby was saying was absolutely 100% accurate, because I didn't find that vehicle in that photo until Miss Bobby had said there was a vehicle in that photo and in the video. And I went back and looked for myself until I.
So she looked at the whole video and there was no, okay. But man, you see what you want to see, you know? You are ridiculous.
Found it. And then it was the way that camera
was, where's Waldo?
Had the picture. It kind of had everything up like this in the photo. So I had to straighten the photo. And I keep wondering where their position truly is. If you adjust the whole photo, we might have a clearer idea specifically where they were, because we ran that video as is without straightening it up, unless Nick Barris had already straightened it up before he did the lights video. That might explain it. So I don't know, but I definitely think it is worth going back and looking at again. Are there any other things that we're not seeing in that video that weren't picked up by the naked eye? I don't believe the ruckus video, because I know that the lights came from inside the garage, not outside of the garage. So anything in that's causing any of the light source over there on that one house is being done on the inside of a garage. So I don't think that has any. I don't believe in the ruckus video, but other things that might be in that dark area where you see the lights from that video, there might be something more there, but it definitely wasn't a garbage truck. And every time we turn around, we're finding more and more information that leads us to believe that is one key element that law enforcement deceived us about. And if law enforcement deceived us about it intentionally, that means it is critical evidence that they did not want out to the public. And
in my opinion, an officer, if it's already out there, they're not going to retract it and be like, yeah, you didn't see that. They're just not going to do that. You didn't see that over there. They're just going to say, yeah, that's what it is. This is what we're looking for now that it's out. Did you happen to see this kind of car or whatever it was that they would think it would be? They wouldn't just say, no, you all are lying. You're lying eyes. You have lying eyes.
And that might be a clear indicator as to why we saw this huge change in Nick Barris in his attitude in this case after it had been dropped. He really stepped back. He had a lot of opinions before this lights video. Lots of opinions.
What's up with your arm?
And he wasn't brash. I thought he was a good, strong, investigative reporter. And then he dropped this video. And I'm like, yeah, finally we see a good investigative reporter. And then this whole 180 happened right after it, almost as if you could see he was chastised from work for dropping this, and they need to back off and they need to stand down, and backtrack a lot of the stuff. So it could have been law enforcement, or it could have been the angry, mom and stepfather mob that probably threatened to sue them out of their socks and God knows what else. We know how angry that side gets and how they like to threaten people and, things like that. So
journalists, unlike you, they have protections against that.
It's probably one of those things, but we saw an immediate change. So that's kind of what I've got for tonight. I want people to gnaw on that just a little bit. Now, I did challenge, while I have all these people in my chat room this evening, earlier today, this morning, I was running a live. And one of the things that I said is that a lot of there's a lot of chaos going on in this case, as we're all aware. It's not like any of us that have been following this case is immune to what's going on these streets, right? Oh, thank you, me and you. God bless you. Let me go over here and see. I think I missed a few, and then I'll get over to my little message here. So I just want to thank, oh, wow, we got a lot. Gypsy, thank you for being a 3-month member. Well, she says, landed, hey, allegedly with Brittany. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you. You too. Patty's got the beautiful fox smiling. Our friend Peggy she's been part of the family for a while. She just likes this insane asylum. We've got Cinda.
There it is. It finally came up.
Nice to see you. Gifted 5 Bullhorn Betty memberships. If you received your Bullhorn Betty membership, don't forget to tell Cinda thank you. Melanie gave some hearts. Thank you, my love. And me and you says, love the mods here. Look at that, mods.
Somebody by the name of Sonia they left me some really mean comments the other day. I was like, dang, I don't know if it's the same one or not.
Look at that. I love it. The mods do work very, very hard here. So this morning, we started talking about, the chaos and everything like that, and how I feel that Sebastian's name. Oh, thank you, Captain Thorzine. we might need some of that here, Sonata. I'm just joking. But I was talking about, what can we do to, get this case refocused back on Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. We've got a lot of work here. He hasn't been brought home. We know that there are a few people in the community that know exactly what happened to this young man, but we have to work around the silence. We have to still keep our eye on the ball and eye on the prize, which is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, and finding ways to bring him home. And so what I was noticing when I do my research, I used to go to all these little groups, check out, what people are talking about, what some talking points, so we can kind of have a deeper discussion. People aren't having those deeper discussions anymore on any of the chats. And I noticed that a lot of my emails,
It's because everybody's talked about every possibility ever.
have kind of dried up, from conversations, discussions, thinking outside of the box, sending, ideas of places to search.
Content.
All of that has taken
She pretty much just said that's how she got her content.
a backseat to drama. And so I'm trying to find ways to ignite the true crime genre here on the social media streets to inspire them to get back to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, because at the
Inspire? Get the hell out of here, Betty. You're not, no.
end of the day, his name is the one that's not getting the attention it needs, or getting attention by negative means. And we don't want that.
Yeah, because you keep breaking protection orders or having them placed against you.
Feel like all of this chaos is taking his voice away. It's not taking my voice away. My voice is going to be here for years to come. It's stealing his voice. And I really want to find ways, to get back to focusing on Sebastian, focusing on ideas of places to search, people to speak to, people that might have information, land, sea, air, where are these places? Do you know something? Say something, right? There's been a lot of people that are working around the clock to bring Sebastian home, and people are working around the clock to bring Sebastian home safely. We all know the statistics are against this young boy, and we've got people acting completely insane and making it about them and worried about their feelings. And we see it every day. We see all of this hate every single day, and none of that is helping bring this child home or advocate for him in any positive, meaningful way. So now that we have all these people here in this chat, how can we inspire everybody to get back to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? Thank you, BHB, for everything that you're doing and spreading awareness for Sebastian. We want our baby to come home. Amen. SPED teacher. Amen.
He is not your baby. That's gross. Don't say that.
Amen. And that's the name of the game. Do you have ideas? Do you know where it's possible to search? All things
Anywhere but your damn couch.
are on the table. Many of you know I have no problem with people with maps. I have no problem with working with somebody. All I ask is, if you guys send a spot that needs to be searched, please send the full address, maybe some screenshots of the maps, but give me a reason why you feel that this is a bona fide area to search for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Give some history to the reasoning behind it. That's all I ask. But I feel like the toxicity and the back and forth, everything, in my opinion, I don't need to, we don't need to have conversations on here. All that stuff's going to be worked out through court, right?
Well,
the whole purpose of that is to stop the nonsense, right? And start capturing the nonsense. But at the end of the day, why is all of this even going on? Because it's hindering and distracting from Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. So why are we going to continue to allow it to distract and take away Sebastian's name? So if you guys have any ideas on how we can possibly turn this ship around, start filling the emails back up with ideas,
with content,
thinking outside of the box ideas of where to search, ideas of human nature in a situation like this. Getting back to talking about pickle bags and other things that we can be, because it's time to get back to that.
It's time to get back
give this a go.
Please, what's going on here? It's to get back to pickle bags.
Please reach out to me at bullhornbetty@gmail.com. Bullhornbetty@gmail.com. We need to get this ship back to Sebastian Wayne.
Betty, no one needs to give you content. Okay, you should just go into the drama community, because that's what you do, really, and you'd be good at it.
Drake Rogers. That's what it's about. There are such huge teams right now, Sebastian's Army, that are making huge contributions to this case. And
it was Summer's Army too. Remember that, Betty? So whatever case you're on, it's whatever their name is, Army. You're not even authentic when it comes to the name.
So we need to start focusing back on maps. We've got to start talking about all those places that you guys thought there may be something there and nobody checked. Start going back into your brain and let's start putting pen to paper. Let's start putting pen to paper. We need to find some place to search for this young boy. If we take statistics tell us that this boy would have traveled within a 5-mile radius of his home. It's hard for me to calculate because some of it is rural and some of it is, like suburbs. And those have different statistical, mapping as well as far as how far to be away from the home. So I'm thinking 5 to 10 miles, and 10 miles being maximum, that this child would have been able to travel. But I could be wrong, because if you calculate it, you can do basically 3 miles an hour, and he was gone six hours on foot. You're looking at 18 miles. You're already looking at him being outside of the radius before it ever even started. He could be anywhere. He could be closer than we think, right? We heard about Elijah Vu. Elijah Vu was a 2-year-old that disappeared from Two Rivers, Wisconsin, under suspicious circumstances.
Stop it, Betty.
And
stop talking about kids that you don't even know their ages. And it wasn't suspicious circumstances. We all knew from the jump that it was Jesse Vang. He told the cops in the first interview.
And people were looking for him. The area he was found had been searched multiple times by law enforcement.
No.
Horseback, on ATVs, as well as with dogs, and they could not find him. It took a hunting dog while some guys were out there hunting to stumble across
on private property.
Remains. So
it was private property, and it was the guy that owned the property. He was out there hunting, and that's who found the remains, Betty.
Oh, he could very well be closer than anybody believes. So keep looking.
I've been saying that, Betty. I've been saying he's about 0.5 miles from that house. Don't come over here, Betty, with your bull crap. You just stick with what you've been saying. Stand 10 toes deep on the shit, Betty. Don't be changing your mind now just because you're going through litigation. Might be scared.
Out there, stay vigilant. Keep searching every place that any child could have crawled into or have been placed into. Everything is on the table. So
like
I'm not going to hide
bag.
the fact that I think somebody did something to this child, and you need to be looking at those theories too, not just that this child may have needed a hiding place. We need to look at all theories and close all theories. I still think we need teams going under and hitting every single bridge imaginable that is navigational in Sumner County.
Like they haven't done that.
Just clear all the bridges, because those are, even if a stranger danger theory, very, very, very low probability, but it's still a probability. And if you have a stranger danger situation, that child would only be, according to statistics, 3 hours. So you have to look at that possibility too, and what that all entails. And we can always look at Audrey Cunningham's case as a possibility. There's a lot of people out there with sonar.
What?
We need to get back to that. If you've cleared an area,
What?
if you've gone
the Andra Cunningham case, what does she mean?
Email at Bullhorn.
What does she mean? Andra Cunningham was taken to school and by a pedophile that was living in a camper in the back of the house, and he was supposed to drop her off at this bus stop, and he didn't. What is she talking about? Because she was found near water or in water? Oh my, I don't know about you, Betty.
Betty@gmail.com, so we can take it off the map, so we can take it off the list. But
every
we have
kid's
to start
different.
Correcting this ship and getting people back on Sebastian's Army and focusing on Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. At the end of the day, he is all that matters in this.
That's not all that matters. There are so many kids out there that need our help. A little boy in Florida, Betty, just died. Yeah, what was it, yesterday? Because he drowned. Maybe you could have went down there to Ormond Beach, and maybe you could have helped look for him.
Story. and bringing him home safely. And however we can do that, sometimes it's just sitting on here and talking about the case. We just need to keep his name out there. We have to keep his name out there, and we have to keep his name out in the ether.
His name's
so I'm
out there.
challenging all of the social media content creators to have constructive conversations about the Sebastian case and keep his name out there. Whatever topic of discussion you choose to, try to be respectful. Not just respectful of Sebastian, but respectful of other people as well.
What does she see? What? She making me laugh because she's ridiculous.
We all have our opinions. I'm not going to change mine. And when push comes to shove, those opinions will be known to everybody. I've worked very hard on this case to get to the place that I am. I've done fact finding on this case.
No, you haven't.
I have strong suspicions that something has happened to this child at the hands of his mother and stepfather. How that looks, I don't know.
Oh, and I hope they clip that for tomorrow.
But that is my opinion. It will always be my opinion until we find Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And what are some of the reasons? The reasons is the inconsistencies and flat out lies been told by them. Downright to the cleared, passed the polygraph test, the lies about social workers being involved, that I was at work at 5:15 in the morning. I mean, I literally have 40 different examples of why I have my opinions the way I have them. But no matter how we look at my opinions, it's not bringing this child home any quicker. It's just not. But we have to start thinking with our head, our common sense, what our theories are, and applying that. And
think about that. Think about people's words. Use their words, Betty. That's what you're supposed to do. Listen to what they say.
Getting that out, because let's face it, it sounds like dogs in the area. And I bet you anything, we need to be looking in some areas. There might be places that you guys have brought up that are great places that were never checked. We have the dog, right?
I put my YouTube channel on it that they don't do any searches this weekend while they're there. I stake my whole channel. I'll give it to you, Betty.
It sounds like in that community. And if we can help him locate any leads that can bring this boy home.
Well, I guess we should probably want the main one, but
let's do it. So get the information out there. Let's keep everybody, all the good true crime creators, do a story about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Get those creative juices flowing again. Get people talking about the maps. Get people talking about locations. Get ideas free flowing in people. And let's get back to work. That's what we need. That's what Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers needs. We need to get back to work. We need to find this boy, and we need to find him now. And I'm saying that. So if you guys have any ideas how to get back to work, how to, areas to look at.
How about you not be so damn rude? Nobody's going to want to search with you.
Things that weren't taken seriously at the beginning. Do you remember something? Do you remember something that kind of fell off the radar? And it's just because it didn't pick up, but it's true? Start talking about that. Do you remember this conversation? Do you remember that? Email it to bullhornbetty@gmail.com, bullhornbetty@gmail.com.
She sounds like Silver's on the scene when she says that.
All information. We're trying to locate this boy, okay? And I think things are moving along. I really do. I think things are moving along. We're still searching for the nugget, just like law enforcement, right? Everybody's just sitting here searching for the nugget. You might hold the key. So get those juices flowing. Send me text messages on how to correct this ship and what we need to be talking about to help correct this ship. And if you have any ideas of searching and stuff like that, send those my way as well. bullhornbetty@gmail.com. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way in and on your way out. That's all I have for tonight.
Like button on the way in and on the way out.
There, we already knew that we didn't believe it was garbage trucks, but we're.
If you hit the like button on the way in and then you hit the like button on the way back out, your like is not going to, your like's going to disappear. Did she really just say that? I mean, I know it's a mess up and it's petty. I'm laughing, but I'm laughing. I'm being so petty Betty right now, but that's funny. Click the. That's something I'd say. That would be something I'd say, but then I'd be laughing about it. She didn't even get it that she said that. Oh man. So okay. I was like, where was this at? Okay, so I wanted to show you this. I thought it was pretty entertaining because this lady, Melanie, over here that hangs out with Nick the Hat and them, she posted the video of dog saying that he was in Tennessee, beware of the dog. Like, get the hell out of here, dude. You're there for a wedding. And then it just says, welcome to Tennessee, justice for Sebastian Rogers, and has a skunk on there because like that's what he's about. There was something else. Oh, this, I was like, what is this? So it says it's about the time to open some windows. And you know how like he'll go into people's chats and he'll put like the snake emoji or he'll put like the skunk emoji. Well, it's just from part of a movie.
Yeah, clear the snakes out of the cockpit. Yeah.
And they're talking about like snakes on a plane. That's the
Enough
movie.
is enough. I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
And so he posts that, right? Like, I don't get it. If he's supposed to be in litigation, there's more up here. So this is a video that Crime Cast people did. Go dog go, Tennessee welcomes you. Well, yeah, welcoming right to his son's wedding. I don't get it. And then it says here that same person, or it says the poker table tells all. What else was on the line at that game? And I think they're talking about this poker game that Terry Lynn was talking about. And it says the same person who lost the poker game miraculously planted and later found the purported pants. That table tells all. Like, I don't get that. Let's see what. Yeah. So we all knew that it was a lie anyway. I'm just saying. I don't know about no poker game. But I don't think that anybody. I think people were putting stuff around. Maybe not planning evidence per se, but maybe calling in stuff that really didn't need to be called in. Now they're saying that the pants were exactly like Sebastian's, but a different size. I don't believe that. You're gonna have to show me them pants because that would be a 1 in a trillion for that to happen. New riddle is about pants, yeah. Purported pants. And then he says, I don't know why. Why are you lying? You're not in Canada. I don't know what that means. Someone ratted. It was only a matter of time. Keep up the good work. What? Okay, hold on. The phrase, it ain't no fun when a rabbit's got the gun, is an idiomatic expression that originated from the dynamics of hunting, where the hunter who traditionally has the gun suddenly finds himself in a position where the hunted, the rabbit, now has the power. What is he even talking about? Why is it doing like, okay. He's doing some weird stuff. It says, why are you lying? You're not in Canada. And then it has, what is all this, Nick? You got to start writing this out for me, okay? Because I don't even know what the smoky emoji guy is. What's he? I was thinking of the cartoon. Hey, kitty cat. Well, hello. Well, goodbye. I thought he was coming to hang out with me, but this cat's been wanting something today. I don't know what it is. I think he just wants to hang out with me. He's so cute. My cat's 16, so he's the cutest thing ever. So you've got heart. Is that a diamond, club, or is that spade? That's spade, or is that club? Club. Playing card joker. Oh, look, it tells you jeans, an evergreen tree, a running woman, a face in the clouds, a rat, and then a finger pointing at the viewer. I don't get it. I don't think Terry Lynn, I don't think she's in Canada. But why would he need to know that anyway, you know? Like, it ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. Like, Oh my gosh. I should start posting riddles for him. We should start thinking of really good riddles. I think the glasses were planted too. I think all of the stuff that was found like that had nothing to do with Sebastian. I think it was all planted, in my personal humble opinion, but that's just my personal humble opinion. But I will be here tomorrow to stream for Betty, because Betty, has court, and of course that's going to be entertaining to see the outcome of that. I'll probably stream it over here on this channel, but I am putting my second channel in the chat if you guys want to go over there and subscribe to that channel. It is my true crime channel. That's where we talk all of our true crime all the time. So, yeah, we're there every night at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if that's something that you're into, make sure you go over there. We need Batman. We do. We need something. But thanks again for being here today. I really do appreciate it. I will keep my eyes and ears out for anything that happens, with Betty and Nick and the whole clan. I guess Nick was in the chat on my other channel the other night, but he didn't give me the skunk or the punch emoji. He gave me a heart emoji. So I don't know. Very weird, because, I was trying to get him to come up on panel, but he wouldn't. Maybe we can get him to come up on panel sometime and talk to us. But thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate it. I will see you guys all tomorrow. I'll see you tonight on the other page if you're there. But if not, I'll be back over here tomorrow, bright and early, for Betty's court hearing. So I'll see you then. Bye, guys.